When I first met Sensei Dillman, he would sometimes say to me, and to all of us, he would say that he had gotten his hands on literally thousands of people. So he would travel the world and he would train people and all kinds of different bodies. He'd hit them, he'd touch them, he'd grab them. He kept using different ukes. So instead of taking the easy way, which is to find the easiest person to knock out and then just beat on them for the whole seminar and everyone's very impressed, he would try different people. And he would walk around while people were practicing the technique and show them how to do it, which means he was grabbing new people, new people, new people. And he said that when you do that, you become acquainted with different body types and you learn how to make techniques work on all kinds of different people. And you also learn what techniques work and what techniques don't work. I have found that to be true. The more people I get to practice with, the more people I get to touch and get a feel for, the better I understand the techniques that will work and the techniques that won't work for different people. I'm getting to the point where I look at someone and I say, well, I'm not going to be able to do this. But the other thing that it's done for me is that it's driven me to create techniques that are based on more than just the one thing I want to accomplish, this principle we call redundancy. So I know if I look at someone, maybe their wrist is such that I can't get a wrist point like lung 6 or lung 8 to work. So I lock on lung 8 and it doesn't work for me on this person. And if all I have is lung 8 and I'm trying really hard to make lung 8 work, then I'm in trouble. But if my technique is based on a sound layering of principles and concepts, where besides lung 8, maybe I'm also hitting lung 5 with my fist, and maybe I'm dropping into a stance, and maybe I'm moving, and maybe I'm doing this, and maybe I'm doing that. In other words, by layering all kinds of different things, in particular things that produce the same outcome, that's the key to redundancy. If I want a body to move a certain way, I'll do 3 or 4 things that each one of them is designed to move a body a certain way. And when I put them all together, it becomes very effective. But then if I misjudged and that person's wrist point is not vulnerable, that's okay. I'm doing 2 or 3 other things that will accomplish that same result. So this is a very, very important principle we call redundancy. And you should include it in all of your application and training in the martial arts. I'm Chris Thomas, and these are some reflections from the MasterClass. Thanks for watching. Now, go train.